All right,
But
Charlie, we are on episode 23 of the podcast. And
oh, we have
today,
gone a long way.
oh, we have. Today we're doing something a little bit different than usual. Um, we're going to stick to a one topic today, and this topic is one that's near and dear to both of our hearts. You
Whatever.
you more than me, but um
No, you as well.
a little bit.
Not just me.
Um
I'm not taking all the glory here.
and it's gaming with a physical or hidden disability. So yeah, you have been more prepared for this than I have. You've got
It's because I'm obviously got more of a disability than you, so I got to
oh
be more
yes,
prepared, as you think.
no
But
you.
your disability matters as well.
So
Okay.
you have written quite a little essay. I skimmed over it, and yeah. So if you wanna go ahead with
I will be reading this because it's in my memory. Then yes,
yeah.
without just saying it out. So I don't want to be marble mouth when I am
Mm-hmm.
actually read this. So let's get on with it, Andrew.
Sure.
The topic of the day is about video games for the disabled, yeah?
Yeah.
Physical or hidden, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, we all want to have fun, don't we, Andrew? Yeah?
I do. Yeah.
Yes. So, without fun, we would probably go a little stir crazy, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because essential fun should be part of our lives, okay?
I agree.
So, what fun activities do you like to go up to? And please keep it PG.
Yeah. Um, Activities. I like playing video games. Obviously,
Mhm.
I like watching hockey. I like
Seeing your team once top of the league and now second.
yeah, exactly. Um, I like going out and shopping and doing things like that.
You say shopping, but what kind of shopping?
Um, Really
Food
anything.
shopping?
Just
Well, you really like food shopping, just going out and just.
no, I don't like grocery shopping. I like going out and being like seeing what new products are out there, that kind of thing. Just
Oh,
walking around. Yeah. How about you?
they're the cut. Well, I was going to mention one particular one because
Yeah.
you've already mentioned it.
Yeah.
The fun I love doing the most is playing computer and video games.
Mhm.
Okay. This is a very early age. I've always been in front of the TV or monitor,
Yeah.
playing some kind of game on the screen.
Mhm.
I'm surprised I haven't needed glasses yet.
I do. I'm just wearing contacts.
I might need contacts, yeah, but so it's a miracle, but it's something I love doing and to unwind, yeah.
Yeah.
And as you know, Andrew, I have a disability, as this
Yeah.
is about disabilities, yes.
Yeah.
It's called leukodystrophy.
Yeah.
It's rare. This basically means I have less movement in my arms and legs, yes.
Yeah.
And this has been a factor in my gaming experience. It has been since an early age.
Yeah.
So, Andrew,
Yes, sir.
get into my time machine.
I'm I'm hopping in.
You're hopping in. Why are you hopping
I don't know.
in?
Hopping
so,
just seemed like the right
what
thing.
are you, a frog? Well, yeah, so he's going to hop in and we're going to go back in time. I'd
Okay.
say the late 80s to early 90s.
Okay.
So we're going back many years. So my first console was a Master System. I don't know if you know what that is.
No.
Loved the machine. Was very popular mostly in the UK or Europe.
Yeah.
Okay. It didn't do as well in the US or Canada.
Yeah.
Well, you probably hear more about it, like the Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah, no, I did
It
I don't
was,
hear much about it.
but it was a great rival to the Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah.
So, so I want to talk about the control. For
Okay.
me, was straightforward, a little rectangular shape with a cursor pad for directions,
Okay.
uh, two buttons,
Yeah.
yeah. So there were action buttons for your
Okay.
character, so for punch,
Mhm.
jump, or kick. It was ideal, yeah, for me. It didn't take much for controlling it.
Mhm.
So you played the what is it, the Nintendo, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah. I
So it's
played the
pretty much
Nintendo.
it was pretty much like that. It was simple, yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
So a few years later came the Mega Drive or the Genesis,
yeah,
as it's known in Canada and the US.
yeah.
It's the big brother to the Master System,
Okay,
and its vast improved graphics and gaming catalog. Yeah,
okay.
I don't. Did you used to play that the Mega
The
Drive,
what did you say? Sorry,
the
which
Genesis?
Genesis? No, I've never played the Genesis actually.
No.
No, I've never played.
What
Um,
about the Genesis? You know, the mini one
the
that they
mini
have
one?
now.
No, I have actually seen it in stores. Like the new one. Are you talking about? Like the yeah? No,
Yeah, the new one. It had a load of games on it, like 30
yeah.
plus games.
No,
Yeah.
I've never actually played any of those type of like small ones.
Have you ever thought of actually trying to get one and
Trying
have
to
a
get
look
like
back,
one of the
or at least,
Genesis
yeah,
ones or like
yeah, the mini ones, because then you get an idea of the games and the controller, I
yeah.
suppose.
So I have actually played briefly uh the Super Nintendo one. I'm pretty sure it was, if I remember correctly. Um, and that it was really fun. I just haven't like owned it or went out and tried to get it. I saw that there was an Atari one. At
Oh, was that Atari 2600?
I think so. It was at Walmart actually, right beside the Game and Watch that I was talking about.
Joystick and the one button. Oh, those
Yeah,
were the days.
yeah.
That
That's
was that was easy. Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. So I played my brother's Genesis at the time.
Okay.
So using the control for games was straightforward, a cursor for directions and three buttons. Yeah.
Yeah,
Later on, it had six buttons, didn't it, for like games Street Fighter 2? For punches, you
you'd have
had
to do
like
a
three
combo.
buttons. No, no, you did the three punches, yeah. Then you
Yeah.
press start, and then it would change the kicks. Those three
Oh,
buttons.
okay.
Yeah, so that was stupid. That's why they brought out the six button one. See, so I didn't have much trouble with games despite having additional buttons. Everything was laid out for me for easy reach because it was all up front. Yeah.
Yeah,
So then came the Super Nintendo, like you said,
yeah,
a great rival to the Genesis.
yeah,
Great graphics, sound, and boasted loads of games. Yeah. My cousin at the time owned one and
yeah.
would bring it round maybe to show off or, you know, to share a game called Street Fighter 2.
Okay, yeah,
This was when I really understood my disability. Yeah.
yeah,
It opened my eyes.
yeah,
And the directional cursor button was really easy to use. It felt perfect for my hand. The
yeah.
problem started when trying to figure out how to use the action buttons. Yeah.
Okay,
So the four at the front, yeah, with start and select, that was fine. But it was the two shoulder buttons that I couldn't work out because my hands can't quite, they're not quick enough
yeah,
to do certain moves. So I had to really practice how to do them. Trying to wrap my hands over the shoulder buttons to do a fireball, for
mm-hmm,
example, or dragon punch.
yeah,
This was an issue, but one I wrapped my fingers around. So it was like I had a tarantula hands trying to work it out. But I adapted to it
yeah,
and, you know, but it did open up my eyes about my disability. And then came the PlayStation, you know, about the PlayStation.
yeah. I sure do.
3D graphical abilities,
Yeah,
huge catalog of games, great sound.
yeah,
Once again, the controller had more buttons to play with
yeah,
and double the shoulder buttons. So it didn't just have one set, it had two sets, didn't it?
yeah,
At the time, yeah. And it had analog sticks, didn't it? So it had every annoyance for me. But, this testing my limited hand movements,
yeah,
but it didn't force me to stop playing as I was far too stubborn. I was determined to work my way around this issue. Yeah.
yeah,
So you can see the theme I'm going with here.
yeah.
It was about the controllers, yeah, and how
Mm-hmm.
someone with a disability handles it, yeah.
Yeah,
So years on, I played the Nintendo Wii for its
yeah,
unique gaming remote, yeah.
yeah,
You played the Wii, didn't you?
yeah. Oh, I love the Wii. The Wii
Oh,
was
I did.
one of my
Uh,
favorites.
you know what? Despite it being a difficult console for me,
Yeah,
loved it. It was
yeah.
just fun.
Yeah.
So I used to move my arms around, right,
Hmm.
left, right, up and down like a maestro on speed. Basically, it was fun. It was gimmicky, but it was like la 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 la. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good workout,
Yeah.
and gave me a bit of exercise. That's for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like technology as it got better and better.
Hmm.
They had more buttons and more sort of barriers for me to sort of work it, how to play a game. So then came the VR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you own a VR console or?
I don't own it, but my brother does. So I
Okay.
used his. So the further VR came back, so it came back into town basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it was again revolutionary as the technology
Yeah.
has improved vastly since the old days of VR. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know if you remember the old days of VR, but it's pretty jerky. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, as these technologies love to test my condition,
Yeah.
give it a good workout. Fun it was, but sadly I was limited to playing certain games at the time with adjustments. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite game on VR?
On VR. So
Mm-hmm.
I like working with Rabbit Hole. I got to go to a few gaming conferences, and there was one game that was like a VR tower defense where you were
Mm-hmm.
sitting across from a person who also had a VR like set on, and you literally have a table in front of you, and you're playing almost like chess, where you can pick up your pieces and you can put them in like different spots on the board, and the board actually the environment changes too. So like you could have a hill over this side, and then you could have a valley over this side, and with the valley would have a path going through it,
Oh,
and you'd have to set up like your defenses on that path, and you're
I
defending
was.
your castle.
How long did you play? Did you get headaches from it, or was it just
Yeah, I did.
straightforward?
I like
Yeah.
I'm very susceptible to headaches. So,
Yeah. I could. I was playing this game where you were on a planet like Mars,
mhm.
and it was the jumping movement in the game that gave me an incredible headache,
Yeah.
and I felt like my head was burning up and it was going to explode
So
at
this
one
is
point.
this is a game that I'm going to talk about later on, but
Mhm.
I actually there's one I've played this game for I'd say over the course of my entire life, I've probably spent like a year playing it in total, like 365 days in this game. Um or more. Um so for me it's Minecraft. That's like my game. Um but getting back to what we were saying, the reason that there's a setting that I always have to turn off because it gives me a headache and it makes me feel sick called view bobbing. And sometimes whenever I leave it on, I don't really notice it, and then I'm like, why do I feel so like nauseous whenever I'm playing this game? And then I'm like, oh right, maybe I have to turn, and then I go into the settings and turn off view bobbing. It happened recently
Oh, really?
whenever I
Oh,
was
wow.
playing the new mod pack that I was talking about to you before we started. Um, I hadn't played Minecraft in a really long time, and then I I jumped back in. All my settings were reset, and I was like, "Oh gosh, I don't know if I can play this game." And then I was like, "Oh right, view bobbing, turn it off." It literally
What is
just
that?
just makes your camera shake like you're walking. Like, I think what view bobbing actually is it moves slightly to each side, like your camera's like what kind of rocking.
Well, I
Yeah,
used to play. I played also a VR pool game.
pool.
It
Yeah,
was it was like billiards. As I don't know if you call it that, but I felt like I had 5 pints of beer. So
did
I was
you?
like, drunk. Yeah, it was like that
But did you
because
before
first
you
I
were
was
playing VR?
and I was really small. Like I was like
Yeah,
a little drunk man.
yeah,
Yeah, because I was too low down because of the camera. Because
yeah,
you got to set up the camera properly, but I couldn't because I had to position myself for it. But it was like
yeah,
that, a little drunk old man. Yeah.
yeah,
So I felt like I had 5 pints and the balls would just ping everywhere like a real game of pool. So nothing changed there. So it was like it's sort of hit and miss with the VR, but it's a
Yeah.
good sort of. I
Um.
don't know if they'll improve over the years, or
Yeah. I don't know.
they'll go missing for another 10 years and then come back again with,
Yeah.
I don't know, chips in your brain. I don't know what they could do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've had my share of troubles, but it's not as bad as others.
Yeah.
Far more challenging issues
Yeah.
and playing games and sometimes not able to enjoy them. Yeah,
Oh
due
yeah.
to the technology or lack of adaptive technology. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So growing up, um, in going to school and stuff like that, I kind of noticed that for me, I would for reading and numbers, I'd get very mixed up. So um, my teacher would give me like a sheet to read, and I'd read top to
Mhm.
bottom, word for word, say the word out loud, and then I'd get to the end, and I would not know what I read at all. I was very curious, and I'd get hung up on the weirdest words, and I'd add words that weren't supposed to be added, and all that kind of stuff. And I went through school probably until uh, I'd say grade 8 was the year that I was tested for learning disabilities,
Mhm.
and the teacher, or I guess I don't know what kind of like profession she was, but she was the one who actually diagnoses the learning disabilities. Uh,
Okay.
we went into a classroom, and it was me, and she had a bunch of different things lined up on the table, and it was almost like I was in preschool again,
Okay.
and it was like, can you build this tower with these blocks and show me how you would write with this pencil? And so take this, uh, like you know that game where they have the cube, and you have to put the blocks in the top with the right shapes. They
Hmm.
would have that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
and they also had like a piece of paper where it would have like a diamond, triangle, a square, a circle, and then it would have them like in a certain order, and then you would have to match that order with a little like actual
Yeah. Yeah.
things, like match the picture with your own physical objects.
Okay.
So after all of that, my parents got the report back. Um, I back then I was very frustrated with myself because I
Hmm.
didn't know what was going on, and I told my parents I don't want to know if I have a learning disability or not. Kind of just let me go through school, and I don't need any help. I felt
Yeah.
like I should be independent.
That's exactly how I felt.
Yeah. So
I didn't want to be like mentioned of having a disability. I wanted to be
yeah,
like everyone else.
yeah, exactly. Probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Hmm.
Um, my parents were cleaning out their room, and they had the envelope that the uh, report came in for what my disabilities were. And being done of school, I I decided I wanted to see what exactly my learning disabilities were. So they had it like lined up in per
How old were you?
whenever I
When,
found out this stuff, or
yeah.
whenever I got the tests
When you
done.
wanted to learn, like actually.
I'd say I'd be 19 or 20 whenever
Okay.
whenever I wanted to figure it out. So
Mhm.
I I opened up this report, and they had it lined up pretty much per disability, um, and like if you have anything else that should be treated. And they had dyslexia at like, so it was a level 1 to 5 pretty much. Like
Okay.
one is like you don't have it, or if you do, it's like very minimal, and
Hmm.
5 was like severe cases. So my dyslexia was at a level 4,
Okay.
and um, I had there was other reading disabilities that came along with that were at level 4 also.
Oh, okay.
And I find because of that, my math is horrible because I'll see, say, the number 21. I'd see it as a number 12, or I'd read it as a number 12, or something like that. I can look at a number, I can look at it and look at it and look at it, and it'd be 21. And I'll
Hmm.
say 21, 21, 21. And then I'll I'll say something to somebody. They're like, the number isn't, it isn't 21 on that sheet. And then I'll look at it again and it'll be 12. And so that was very frustrating for me at first, especially working in retail where you're always reading numbers back to people,
That must be.
because you'll get somebody like it'd be $91 for something, and then you'd say 19. You go, oh, I wish it was $19. Yeah, I wish it was $19 too, but um anyway, so that's my learning disability. I've dyslexia among other minor, I guess, learning disabilities. And uh
I don't even have that, and I still find it hard to
to
do
do,
numbers and write.
yeah.
So I
I
have
I have
no
a
issue.
hard time writing too, like
Yeah.
um so uh
You have a hard time speaking, or like
sometimes I do.
when you read something, you
Yeah.
find it hard.
I find it hard to read it back to people. I
Okay.
do. So another thing um is whenever I was going through school, had a horrible time with multiplication and somewhat addition. Just my math was not up to par with where it should be. Still
Hmm.
isn't at all. Um,
Okay.
so what I found with video games, it's kind of a different kind of thing with video games that you were talking about. So I like started playing video games kind of like you at a young age.
Hmm.
I played Jazz Jackrabbit and stuff like that. And one summer at camp, one of my friends, he was my only friend at that time, mentioned um, that there's this game called Minecraft that's come out, and he explained the concept, and I thought it was pretty cool. And after we were done at camp, I went over to his place and we played for a few hours, and I loved it. Problem was at that time my computers weren't great, and it couldn't really run it. And one year for my birthday, my dad, or my mom and dad, bought me a like Minecraft, bought me the game, and had a computer that they used in the room that they don't use anymore. They gave it to me, so I was playing Minecraft on this computer for probably 4 years.
Hmm.
And in that 4 years, I learned so many skills that they didn't like, that school didn't teach me,
Hmm.
and that uh like nobody would have ever been able to, like, technical skills, being able to read gigabytes versus terabytes versus like all that kind of stuff, and then being able to get a grasp of the type of like code that was used for Minecraft, and being able to edit my game, and being able to add mods in, stuff like that. Technical skills that I you can't get from any other place other than having hands-on experiences. After a while, that's where I found like where my interests lie. And not only that, it kind of opened me up to more friends because I was a very introverted person. and being able to be online with somebody, not face to face, and to have a conversation with them, you kind of feel like you're more secure with yourself, and that opened up things for like in real life conversations. I learned how to hold a conversation with somebody.
It improved you a lot, yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
games
improved
like
me.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Was that the only game that improved you a
So
lot, or
no, like there's been other games that have improved my like social abilities. So like communication, it might sound weird, but Counter Strike improved how I communicate with people. I have to be very precise on what I say so people don't mess things up.
Mhm.
And uh, just recently, well, whenever I looked at that write up or the report on my learning disability the same year, I had a teacher contact me about how Minecraft actually she was doing a university report, and she wanted me to do an interview with her about how Minecraft actually helps children with learning disabilities.
Okay, that's cool.
So I helped her out with that, and it was pretty neat to see like how Minecraft can correlate to like being able to do multiplication and addition and like social skills and stuff like that.
That's really good, actually, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So
So with
I'd
with
say,
my disability, it
yeah,
sort of opened my eyes to it. Yeah.
yeah.
With yours, it sort of improved
Assisted,
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
assisted in
with
helping
games. Yeah.
with things like
The
that.
games has helped us both in a way.
Yeah.
So Mark Bartlett, I don't know if you know him,
No, I've
but
never heard of.
Mark, yeah. So I'm going to say Mark and his partner would play a game called EverQuest.
Yeah.
You know what EverQuest is, yeah? A
Yeah.
3D fantasy sort of
Yeah. Okay.
role
Yeah.
playing game. Yeah. He would play with his best friend online and at the time for hours. Yeah. One particular occasion, Mark would was concerned and worried about this friend
Yeah.
because normally he logs on and
Yeah.
his friend's on there, but this time
Mm-hmm.
his friend wasn't on there.
Yeah.
So he decided to phone up and find out what went wrong. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He heard his friend in tears. Yeah.
Yeah.
His friend had MS. And Mark said at the time he witnessed his friend's gaming experience in real time disappearing before his eyes. And that night, like any good friend would do, try and find a way of helping. But publicly, there was nothing out there at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why he came up with this charity called Able Gamers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Which helps people with disabilities to play games they love or love playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mark said the number we worked out in the United States, this is just the United States alone,
Mm-hmm.
46 million. That's how many gamers with disabilities there are living in the US right now. So he also mentioned that the PC has been the platform of choice for physically challenged, and it provides more diversity for peripherals thanks to the PC hardware
Yeah.
than a console, which is obvious, isn't it? Because it's more flexible. So PCs can be a bit on the expensive side, though, can't it?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
can.
It dips in the disability wallets, causing financial burdens.
Yeah.
They invented this controller called Adria Switchblade. The box was simple with more than a dozen 3.5 jack switches, yeah,
Yeah.
that would translate different inputs onto an Xbox 360 controller board. So the problem at the time was working out and getting past the controller encryptions because you have them,
Mm-hmm.
don't you?
Yeah.
Mark used an old controller board as they needed the chip to accomplish this issue so it could talk to the Xbox,
Yeah.
which was rather clever. So Microsoft were looking at this from a distance and they got in contact with Bartlett, and then known as the Adriat Switchblade became the Xbox Adaptive Controller,
Yeah.
which I'll share with you. You've seen it now, haven't you? It
Yeah.
does look very nice. It's a nice design, nice hardware. And it was a first at the time adaptive controller for people with disabilities. Do what it can, yeah.
Yeah.
But we are still a long way off for people with disabilities. to enjoy the full benefits of playing video games. But it's a start, isn't it? And that is needed in this industry. The trouble I find is how expensive it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Because that product that Xbox released was like $129.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gone down in price, but you can have a lot of inputs
Yeah, attached to
help
it.
with
Yeah.
disabilities. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's still a lot
That is a
of
lot
money.
of money.
I would like to talk more about this
Yeah, I was about to say that
subject.
this can be like a regular thing that we can bring up because it's something that needs to be talked about more. I find.
And not just say what's your disability, how do you manage.
Yeah.
I want, we get like guests on to help,
Yeah.
talk about what they do,
Yeah,
some inspiration.
and maybe if we play a game and we notice something that was added specifically for a disability, we can shout it out because it's
I think
something new.
Last
Last
of
of
Us
Us, yeah,
2 got an award.
or yeah, settings that they had on it for
Yeah,
hearing impaired people. I'm pretty sure or no, it wasn't hearing impaired. It was visually impaired. I'm pretty sure
yeah,
the settings that they had,
this is really good.
and like I find games need to cater to these people more. There is like a list of games specifically that have colorblind features in it to help you out with it. They change the colors to make them make you able to see differences in different objects. I know that Minecraft for a while had that setting, the colorblind setting. Yeah, so it helps with people who can't distinguish two colors.
It's just understanding, having awareness. It's not about having a rant about all this stuff. It's just being aware
Awareness.
of it and
Yeah.
then maybe improving it for people that want to play games. That's
Yeah,
all.
completely
Very
agree.
good.
Yeah. So that was our talk about gaming with disabilities. And yeah, so I guess that's where we'll end it here.
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay.
So if you guys enjoyed this at all, you can leave a comment or leave a like. And also, just to plug this, you might have seen up at the right here. There's a ticker going on. The Rabbit Hole Studios has released a comic book, and
What's this comic book?
it's called The Lost Gardens. And right
Please
now,
tell me what it's about.
big secret, episode 2 is coming out very, very soon. It has been released for in some places for the physical
no spoilers,
copies.
okay?
No spoilers, but yeah, right here, you'll see it, the ticker.
Is that there?
No, it's up above you.
Is that there?
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
I can see it. Yeah.
Anyway,
There
guys.
it is.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye.